Underground.
Yeah, the UG. Yeah, for sure. You know, you got some
Sure
newcomers.
Dog.
Yeah, for sure. Like you've got some newcomer fans and longtime fans. You know, mixed on like MMA Junkie, and so you've got the guys that may have seen a couple of UFCs last year, maybe caught the Super Bowl card or something. You know, maybe they're from Jersey, like Frankie Edgar.
Yeah.
Frankie Edgar's champ now. However, they're getting into the sport. They're coming into the sport at a really great time.
Yeah.
Because there's more fights.
A really great time.
Yeah,
the
for sure.
biggest star, George St. Pierre, is still in his prime.
Still in his prime.
I mean,
for sure.
You if you get into a sport and you missed a legend, we never got to see Walter Payton. I mean, we did, but we were kids.
All we know is what we have seen on highlight packages.
Imagine growing up then. But like we were lucky enough to see Jerry Rice. People getting into the sport now, they don't realize how lucky they are to see Anderson Silva and George St. Pierre in their prime, just bodying people. And we're getting the next great crop, Cain Velasquez and John Jones.
Sure.
It's an
Frankie
amazing,
Edgar.
Frankie Edgar. Yeah. It's an amazing time to be getting into the sport.
Sure. And you've got some guys that are kind of in between the fold too, like Nick Diaz.
Yeah.
Not too far along in his career, but
still
an established
young, huge
guy.
body work.
Yeah, huge body work. If you say Nick Diaz, chances are, even if people haven't seen him fight, they at least know who you're talking about. If you say
Nick Diaz, everyone in the room starts high-fiving. Yeah. It's real simple.
I know
that guy is a hero.
What we do.
Nick Diaz.
Yeah, baby.
That guy is a hero.
Yeah, shit. I'm gonna take a vacation to Stockton just because. I mean, a night like tonight, this is great. Even a year and a half ago, Saturday night, maybe we were able to catch some internet updates on kind of a local,
like an MFC card.
Yeah, something like that. Here we are. We've got cable TV. You've got MTV2 and Showtime showing two quality cards
featuring some huge talent.
Yeah, huge talent. You've got champs on both of these cards. Ben Askren, non-title bout, but that's a champ. And then we check over onto the Strikeforce card. You got Nick Diaz, Gilbert Melendez.
And we haven't even said
Gegard.
Gilbert Melendez's name tonight.
Oh, that's a crime against humanity.
He's a great champion, and Gegard, former champion, and will probably be champion again soon.
Most definitely. And then as if that wasn't good enough, you've got the Dream Connection with Shinya coming back over.
No, I call it the Clash of the Fanciest Pants with Shinya and his rainbow pants versus Lyle fancy pants. And
I need to fashion us some fancy pants.
Now he's still the Dream Lightweight champ. No, he is still the Dream.
Let's see here.
Dream Lightweight champion.
Defended. Yes. Yeah. Last time he defeated.
So we've got three champions fighting tonight. And tonight's a non-title bout.
That was against Kawajiri, who's actually fighting.
He's fighting Gilbert
tonight. Yeah. So, this is what's interesting is you've got guys like right now like Shinya and Tetsuya who are fighting here, but also still fighting in Japan.
Yeah.
So. Will that crop of guys be able to sustain their careers long enough over in Japan to bring more momentum overseas? Do they have, and then the other question is once these guys are done, or perhaps they come over here full time for Strikeforce or Bellator or under the UFC banner, is there a new generation of guys in JMMA to keep it going?
I don't think there is.
And even if there is, let's say there is a big crop of guys that we see, start to pop up over the next year and a half. Are they even going to stay there?
No. They would get out. There's no money. No one's getting paid.
No. And you hear all these problems about guys.
They haven't paid Overeem. They didn't. I don't think they paid anyone.
Bibiana Fernandez, took forever to get paid. Goodrich, I think it was around a year. So
Goodrich needs that money. That man is like 46. And he comes close to dying every time he enters the ring.
He needs worse than everybody.
He needs to get paid. He's got those bills.
I believe he took. I think it was he got paid $9,000 or something, and he posted on the UG that they ended up paying him like half his purse or something. But in any case, it's an exciting time, and here we are on a Saturday night. We've got Bellator 40 airing on MTV2, and then we've got Strikeforce Diaz versus Daley on Showtime.
It's four champions fighting in one night.
Great, man! Like it's a fun time to be an MMA fan, whether you've been into it for a while or you're a newcomer. You're getting a healthy dose.
If you're a newcomer, there's a good chance you're not watching this. But if you are a newcomer, this is a huge night, and I don't think it's getting the respect, the hype it deserves. I mean. Yeah. This is a great night.
Yeah, great night. And then UFC 129 is coming up soon. It's a solid month.
Amazing card.
Amazing.
April's
card.
a big month.
Yeah. So in any case, we're really excited for tonight. We thank you for tuning in.
You want to go over some picks real quick? Maybe,
yeah, definitely. Let's get our picks in, I'm going to go ahead and kick it over to you for your Bellator 40 picks, and I already know that you're down with the ass.
You know I'm taking the
funky
funky man.
pick, baby.
The funky man.
Yeah.
I hate Nick the Goat Thompson. Hope he gets...
Do you think he's going to have the neck beard tonight? He's going to do the neck beard, bro.
I mean, that's his claim to fame. Yeah. What else does he have? You got to take Askren. You got to take Huron. You know what? And Lloyd Woodard, don't know who you are. You're going to win.
Right on. Okay, I'm going to go with Askren and Huron as well. Askren over Nick Thompson and Huron over Weidman. I'm going to go with Michael Chandler against Lyle Woodward, just because I took a look at the records and where their strengths and weaknesses appear to lie. And I think Chandler moves on, although I wouldn't be surprised to see Woodward take this one. So
you're going to do it, Woodward.
You're going to do it, baby. Now, for Strikeforce, what are you thinking for the main card?
I mean, Nick is obviously my favorite fighter. My heart is going to always be with him. And he has the tools to win.
He does. Without a doubt.
Unfortunately, I think Paul Daley knocks him out.
You think
I
so?
think Paul Daley knocks him out in the first or second.
Do you think because he showed that he was just willing to stand toe-to-toe with Cyborg for like 2 rounds?
He ate those shots from Cyborg. I think he's going to
leg kicks were brutal.
Semtex, and I expect him. And I mean, I'd love. It's an impossible pick for me. But I think it's going to be a lot like what happened with George Soteropoulos when he fought Dennis Seaver. Yeah. You're a jiu-jitsu whiz. I mean, Diaz's striking is obviously leagues ahead of what G-Sots was. But I think that Paul Daley is stocky enough and powerful enough to shrug him off and land huge shots. But you know what? Screw everything I just said. Nick Diaz is going to win TKO round 3.
That's what I'm talking about.
He's gonna pepper him down, and he's going to throw 200
So you think it'll be something like similar to when he fought Frank Shamrock?
Exactly.
Where he just peppers the body.
Scott Smith. Yeah. I think he's just going to do that to him.
Yeah.
And then the Gilbert Melendez fight, you got to go with Gilbert. I feel like until he's fighting guys like Frankie Edgar and or BJ Penn or any of these 155ers in the UFC, I think Gilbert Melendez can beat anyone. I think he could beat Eddie Alvarez, to be perfectly honest. He's surprisingly strong for his frame. He's a little guy and rock solid chin.
His wrestling
throws
is
bombs,
too.
and he trains in what I think is one of the best camps in the world. Obviously, you got the Diaz brothers there.
Yeah.
And then Mousasi's obviously going to send Keith Jardine into a coma tonight. It's going to be very hard to watch.
But do you think Mousasi's absence from the North American spotlight, could possibly have any effect on him tonight, or do you think he just doesn't care about that stuff?
I don't think that kind of thing enters his mind. I mean, he's just got this blank. He looks like the Terminator when he comes to the ring.
He's got that Fedor face.
Yeah,
when he
exactly.
Fights.
He's got you see what Fedor's been doing lately, coming out like that.
Okay, so let's say it doesn't have the Fedor face tonight, but
so maybe
the Golden Glory
he
face.
Needs to take things a little more seriously, but I do like him to absolutely pummel Jardine. And I'm going to take Aoki over Fancy Pants. I think he'll take the Fancy Pants crown. Okay. I think he just rips off one of Lyle's arms.
So you think Lyle gets maybe too confident, goes for the takedown, gets the takedown, and then just throws him? Leaves a limb in there?
Aoki pulls guard.
Okay.
I think he takes it straight down. Beer Bum's known for his ground and pound, obviously. He drops brutal elbows. I think Aoki's willing to try and take that on and maybe see what he can
learned
pull.
from his fight with Gilbert last time in Strikeforce, where he just got out wrestled for 5 rounds, and maybe he thinks, I got to do something different tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd love to see Aoki get a win, especially after what happened to him at Dream.
Yeah.
In that crazy match where he...
It was half MMA,
It was the MMA round that he lost.
It was the MMA round.
It was ridiculous.
It was a knockout in the first, 4 seconds
because he's like, MMA round, my time to shine. Goes for the takedown, eats a big knee. Yeah. It was hard to watch.
It was hard to watch, and he probably cried afterwards.
I think he cried there. But what's your take on tonight? Sorry.
As scary as it is for him going up against somebody like Paul Daley, who possesses one-punch knockout power, I'm going to go with Nick. Because I think he's matured to a point in his career where he knows what he's fighting for. Now you know who you're fighting.
Yes.
But so he's going to, I think with him saying that he's eyeing, a spot on the UFC roster, fights with GSP. Because he's been saying for the longest time he wants to fight GSP. And everybody's like, why is he, they're not even the same promotion. And he's like, who has the last laugh now? Now they are basically in the same promotion.
This is an amazing point you're making, is that Paul Daley's last big fight was for a #1 contender spot to fight GSP. Which means Nick's not that far away from being at that talent level or being even considered a potential challenger.
If he beats Paul tonight, he bounces Paul.
Oh, yeah. Paul's out.